Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm just going to state the obvious. Yes, I am in a different location in my house right now. I'm in my living room. I just wanted to kind of play around with the lighting because there's a huge window right here. And as you know, for a while now, my studio lights have been broken and whatnot. So I just decided to change locations, and I really like the lighting in here. It's like picking up this highlight. Look at this highlight. Like, my highlight always looks like this, but when I'm in my room, the lights suck. So yeah, it's like picking up everything, and I feel like you can really see the colors in this lighting. So I don't know, I really like this lighting today. But anyway, today's makeup tutorial is going to be a prom makeup tutorial. And I picked a look like this because prom, to me, like, you want to be a little bit more dramatic with your makeup, but you don't want to be too over the top. So these colors I think are perfect because they're still neutral, but they're more dramatic than an everyday like neutral brown color. And this color combination right here, like with the blush and the eyes and the lips and everything, it's not gonna make you look like a drag queen. You're not gonna be like smoky eyes and everything, but you're gonna look very bright and fresh in pictures, and you are gonna look more glamorous than just how you look every day. So I actually wear this look all the time, believe it or not, and every single time I wear it, I get so many compliments. So this eye look will go with a bunch of different dresses. It'll go with coral dresses, pink dresses, like all different shades of pink, a blush dress. You can wear it with a white dress. So it can really go with almost any dress color except for red. But if you have like an all black dress, you can even wear this look. So be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram because I always post when I'm filming and when I'm uploading a video and stuff like that. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And I will see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye! For foundation, I chose the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Foundation. I'm in the color Bare Natural, and I'm just stippling this all over my face with a Morphe foundation brush. I chose this foundation because it still looks like my skin, but it covers everything up and gives me a nice, even complexion. If you have problematic skin or want a more full coverage foundation, you can definitely go more full coverage with your foundation, but this is just what I chose. I also really like this because it has more of a dewy finish. I do have dry skin, so I want all the dewiness I can take. I like to go over my foundation once it's all blended and buffed into my skin with a damp beauty blender. I don't like putting on my foundation with my beauty blender because I feel like it could just get a little heavy-handed. So I just like to do this to make sure it's pressed into my skin nicely and not just sitting on top. For concealer, I'm using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the color Custard, and I'm just blending that out with my beauty blender. And then I'm just going over my eyelids too, just to act as a primer. And then just to even out the highlight and kind of brighten up the under eye area a little bit, I'm using the MAC Prep and Prime pen in the color Rose. And I'm putting that all down the center of my face, my chin, my nose, blending that out as well. You'll see my dog in the background throughout this whole video. He was jumping from couch to couch. But I'm just setting all my concealer with this banana powder by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Look at him in the back sleeping. He's so cute. But obviously, you know the drill, just setting all the concealer, and I cannot live without this step lately, especially if you're going to prom and you know you're going to be sweating and stuff. You can set other places of your face too, but I just decided to set the T-zone and my under eyes. Then I am contouring with, again, the Anastasia Beverly Hills. All of these are from her contour kit, and I'm using this IT Cosmetics contour brush. This has been giving me life recently. I absolutely love this brush for contouring. It just makes it so easy. You barely even have to blend it out because it just does everything for you. And so yeah, I'm just contouring my cheekbones and my forehead, and then I'm also going to contour my jawline a little bit and bring that color down on my neck, because for prom, we want to be one color, especially with the flash of cameras. If your foundation doesn't match your neck, you can definitely tell in pictures. So make sure you are all one color, girl. And then this part is always so boring to watch, so you could just do your normal eyebrow routine, but I'm just going to walk you through what I do. I use the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the color taupe and chocolate. I use taupe on the inner part of my eyebrow, and then for the outer tail I use chocolate, and that kind of just makes everything even and a little bit darker to go along with my darker hair. And then I just blend it all together with a clear brow gel. I don't just use chocolate because that can kind of make my eyebrows too dark in the inner corner, and that can make you look angry. So then for blush, I'm using Coralista by Benefit and a Morphe angled contour brush to put on my blush. I always like to go in with that same banana shade and clean up my contour a little bit, and especially in pictures you want that strong contour, so definitely go ahead and clean it up with your highlighting powder. It makes a world of a difference. So I'm using the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette by Morphe, and these don't have names, which really makes me mad because I don't like saying eyeshadows that don't have names, so I'm just going to describe them to you. This is very similar to Naked from Urban Decay, and I'm just using that in my crease as a transition shade, and I'm using an IT Cosmetics Fluffy Crease Brush. I have been loving this brush recently. It, once again, just makes everything so easy, and you barely even have to blend anything because it just does it for you. Then I'm going in with a deeper brown color. It's just like a shade darker, and I'm going over top of that with the same brush in my crease as a transition shade as well. This is a little excessive. You don't have to do that. When I have 27 eyeshadows sitting in front of me, I tend to want to use as many as I can, and you don't have to use as many, but this is just what I like to do. Then I'm using this purpley pink color. This is why I wish they had names, because I suck at describing names. But I'm using a tapered crease brush to put this on my outer corner, blend it up into my crease, and a little tiny bit on the inner corner. I really like to leave the center blank, or try to, because I'm going to go in with another lid color. And I just really like this technique because it creates the most dimension, and I just think it looks really pretty. I go back and deepen it up a couple times with that same brush, and then you always want to make sure you go back and blend. That is the key to a really pretty prom look, is blending, because you want it to look really clean and like you just spent like $1,000 getting your makeup done, but really you just did it yourself. So make sure you go back and blend, and then you can go back and deepen it up too. I'm going in with this orangey color. It's very similar to Caramel by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm just taking the very little bit and blending out the top just so it's not as purple up top, and it kind of has like a warm brown smoky eye to it too. Then I'm going in with this very, very light pink shade. It's like a pink dusty shade. It's very similar to Dust, I think it is, by Urban Decay. And I'm putting that on the inner corner and in that blank space that we left in the middle of our lid. And this wouldn't normally be a color that I would go with, but after I used it once, I was hooked, and I absolutely love this color. It's not as harsh as a white, but it's not as like dramatic as a pink. So I really like that color with this look. And then I'm going in with those two colors I just showed you and putting that on a flat definer brush and smoking it out on my lower lash line. You can add liner if you want, but for this look I just decided to do eyeshadow. And then to highlight, I'm using this shimmery white color. It's very, very, very similar to Shimma Shimma by Makeup Geek, and I think I mentioned that in another one of my videos too. For false lashes, I'm using these lashes by Kiss, and you could do winged liner if you want, but for prom and with pictures and stuff like that, I just choose to do lashes because you don't want to be too dramatic with it because that can tend to make your eyes look very squinty. So it's still dramatic with the lashes, but it's not over the top. And then, of course, for prom, you have to have that highlight. So I'm using Becca Opal, and I'm just putting that on my cheekbones and also on my Cupid's bow. For lips, I'm using Maybelline matte lipstick in the color Lust for blush, and then over top of that I'm using Shimmer of Hope by Gerard Cosmetics, and this lip gloss is amazing for prom because it has a light on it and also a mirror, so that's a plus. So I hope you guys have fun at prom and stay safe. Bye!
Summertime shine. I got to love you, so. A little ass who pop all good and make you laugh. 10 bands.